Welcome to the channel. My name is Matthias. Today we're going to talk about a long forgotten Hawkeye series that came out in the early 2000s. That the first story arc, it's written by Fabian Nicieza. And this series has a really weird vibe to it. First and foremost, all the covers look really awesome. We have Hawkeye in full costume and always in action. And you see Fabian's name on a title, so you think you're going to have a lot of superhero action. And this is going to be very much in the vein of maybe the Thunderbolts. And nope, it's a very dark and gritty series, very noir in feel. That doesn't have too much action, and I have to say, the dialogues that should drive this are not the best. And Hawkeye, during this whole story, comes off as a creep. His characterization is so weird. Also, it dives into Hawkeye's origins, being an orphan with his brother, being adopted by a traveling circus, how Clint was mentored by Trickshot, not only with the bow and arrow, he also put him on the path to being a petty crook. We also get to see how swordsman factored into Clint's childhood. The dude was pretty hardcore. And I have to say that part of this series, it's pretty good. I find it to be more enjoyable than the main plot. Even though things get a little bit weird with Barney that chose to leave. I said circus earlier, it's the traveling carnival. The thing is that he wanted to forge a new life outside of this very sketchy carnival. And the thing is that when Hawkeye and Trickshot go in to steal from this millionaire, Hawkeye accidentally shoots an arrow and he almost kills his brother. Barney was part of the security of this place, and the really weird thing is that Hawkeye shoots him in the chest, almost nailing him in the heart. He survives, but he suffers amnesia because of this. I do not understand how an arrow to the chest can provoke amnesia. It feels like soap opera logic. Now, that aside, the main premise to this series, it's batshit crazy. It's so weird. And Fabian's really struggling with this type of story and how he tells it. So things start off when Clint stops this. It's not a bar fight. It's this situation where we have like this big guy coming on to this woman. She seems to be struggling. Hawkeye stops the situation and he starts investigating why this guy was hassling this lady. That, of course, it's the early 2000s. She's a stripper and her name is Peppermint. And the thing is that Hawkeye uncovers this insane conspiracy that just goes really off the rails. And the thing is that the way it's told, it's very, very slow. It takes, I think, 5 issues for Hawkeye to even don his costume in the first place, even though he's wearing it on all the covers. Oh, I also have to mention that during this era, Hawkeye is shown off to be like Bullseye. Like, he does everything like Bullseye, but just he's a good guy. So let's go back to that conspiracy that I mentioned, that you feel like they really jumped the shark with it. So Hawkeye discovers that the guy that hassled the stripper was actually doing it for another guy, like this millionaire. And he discovers that this millionaire was part of like this black ops group that fought in Laos. And he discovers that this guy has like this deep dark secret. And so the thing is that he thinks it's just like a massacre, that he went with his men because he was like the leader of this group and killed a bunch of people in a village, which they did. Oh, and also like the stripper that Hawkeye was trying to help turns on Hawkeye and tries to kill him, and she shoots at him and the bullet bounces off a doorknob and she kills herself. It's a very weird situation. Well, let's get back to the crazy part. So, Hawkeye travels to Laos and discovers that, yes, we had this massacre, but also he finds this temple. And he discovers that inside there's this artwork that shows that Jesus Christ actually had gone to Laos 2,000 years ago. So that comes out of left field. You're like, what the hell? And maybe with a better writer, you could have done like something really, really interesting and have this conspiracy grow and grow. Like the implications that Jesus had gone to Indochina. I think that would be interesting, or that would make up for an interesting story. But no, Fabian just throws that out there and that's it. So what happens is when Hawkeye discovers the situation, he has to battle against like hundreds upon hundreds of protectors of this temple. But what he actually ends up doing is helping this millionaire by killing off all these guards. He's able to steal this artwork. He plans to sell it and auction it off, whatever. Like, he's going to make millions upon millions of dollars with this. And at the end of the story, Hawkeye arrives, and with one arrow, he destroys the artwork. And this will be gone and forgotten from history. So it's a really weird story, handled very poorly. But we're going to leave this video here. Hope you guys liked it. See you guys next time. Bye.